Hi, it is day 15 of our January Pilates challenge, and today I have been requested by Martin in Belchford. Hi Martin, for us to do some frontline work to strengthen our backs and really open out our shoulders, improve our posture and open out our hips as well. So we're going to come down onto the floor and lie down on our front. So we're going to be doing a variety of exercises. I'm going to feel so nice, especially if you've been spending lots of time working or leaning over a desk recently. It's going to feel great for your posture. So I'd like you to lengthen yourself down and take your feet so that they are hip distance apart. Lengthen your legs out behind you. Bring your elbows up so that your fingers form a diamond shape. So you've got your fingers and your thumbs together. And then bring your forehead down so that you're resting on that diamond. We're going to start with something called a diamond press. So we're going to do a normal one, but leave our arms on the floor. And then we're going to progress and bring our arms up. So from here, I'd like you to lengthen out the back of your neck. So make sure you're not looking up in front of you. You've got a long back of neck. You're going to breathe in here. As you breathe out, just start imagining that a pincer is pulling at the back of your neck away from the floor. Your shoulders are melting down your spine. You're lifting your neck and your upper body off the floor by keeping your elbows down. Inhale and smoothly and slowly lengthen down. Let's go again. We're going to breathe out to float up. Shoulders melting down your spine. Inhale and lengthen back down. Exhale, coming all the way up, shoulders melting down, gaze going down at the floor. Inhale to lengthen down. Keep your legs active behind you so they're not just lengthened out, they're really energized. So energy going from your hips to your toes. Lifting up, shoulders melting down again. Lengthening back down. And let's do one more like this before we make it slightly more challenging. And lengthen down. Okay, so for this exercise, you're going to lose strengthening your spinal extensors. So if they get too long and tight, then you're just going to start slumping forward. Whereas if you really strengthen them, it's going to help keep your back and your spine really lovely in a lovely posture and open up the front of your shoulders as well. So let's now go into a position. Same position, we're going to lift our arms up as well. So you're adding more load onto your spine. So those spinal extensors that I mentioned are having to work harder. So let's breathe in. As you breathe out, float up. So your elbows are up as well. Your fingers are stuck to your forehead. Lengthen back down with control. Breathing out to float up, shoulders melting down. Inhale to lengthen. And you might find that you're now needing to use your core as well to support your spine. That's completely right. So we're breathing out to float. Inhale to lower down. Exhale to float up. Good. Try and keep your elbows level with your forehead so you're not letting them lag behind you as you lift. 2 toe muscles coming in. And our final one. Breathing out to float. Inhale to lower down and relax here. Well done. Okay, so we have got one more in this diamond press. We're going to try and extend our arms now. So we're adding in an isometric contraction, which means we're going to hold at the top whilst we do an exercise with our arms. So your muscles, again, working even harder. So back into that normal diamond press position, forehead down. We're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, bring yourself up and then keeping your spine lifted off the floor. Extend your arms on the exhalation. Good. Inhale, float your fingers back to your forehead and lengthen down. So you can see that you're maintaining that extended position as you straighten your arms. Let's go again. Breathing out to float and lengthen. Hands back in, coming down. Super. Going again. Try to make it nice and smooth. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. So throughout this exercise, your shoulders are always melting away, down the back of your rib cage, really extending through your fingers. Think about lots of length through your arms here. And our final one, breathing out, lengthening our arms, bring them back in, and coming back down. Well done. Okay, so we're just going to rest here for a few breaths. And now we're going to go into something called a dart. So again, we're going to get our shoulders and our posture working as well as our spine, but this time we're adding in some extra legs. So you're going to feel your glutes switch on. So I'd like you to alter the position of your legs. So your toes come together and your heels are out. Bring your forehead down onto the floor and lengthen your arms down by your sides so your palms are facing up. What we're going to do is as we exhale, we're going to bring our heels together, lengthen through our legs so they float off the floor. turn our arms and our shoulders so that our palms face our thighs and bring ourselves up into that diamond position. But we're going to do it all simultaneously. So you're turning yourself into a really long human dart. Okay, so we're going to breathe in here. And as we breathe out, we're going to float all the way up, lifting through your spine, reaching your fingers towards the floor, keeping the back of your neck long. Inhale and lower down. Super work. Let's go again. Breathing out to float, squeezing here. Inhale to lengthen down. Keep it nice and smooth and slow. So you're pausing at the top, holding this position. Really think about shoulders melting down. Reach your fingers as much as you can towards your toes. And I can already feel all those muscles down the back of my body working hard. So hamstrings, glutes, all the way into my back, shoulders as well. And we're going to do 2 more. So don't forget to turn those arms, palms pressing into the sides of your thighs. Coming down, and this can be our last one here. Lifting up, fab, and lengthening down here. Well done. Okay, so I'd like you to bring your arms back round so that your forehead is resting on the backs of your palms. And take your feet back to hip distance apart so that your legs are in parallel. So from here, we're going to go into a single leg lift and lower. So again, getting the back of our leg and our glute really switched on working. So before you start, just bring your toe muscles in to support your spine. Breathe in. As you breathe out, like to lift one leg up from the floor. Try and extend from the hip, pointing through the toe. Inhale to lower down. Let's go on the other side. Exhale to float. Inhale to lower. Wonderful. Exhale to float. Inhale to lower. Going from side to side, so really lengthening up through that foot. So you're opening out the front of your hips, so getting your glutes switched on, opening out the hip flexor. Really important to get your glutes fired up and working. A lot of people, if they have lazy glutes, find that they suffer from lower back pain. It's a great way, so you should be able to feel the squeezing. Brilliant. Let's go one more time on each side like this. Breathing out and in and out and in. Well done. Okay, so we're going to turn this into swimming. So now we're simultaneously going to work our glutes and our shoulders at the same time. So if you are able, I'd like you to float your arms out in front of you so that your palms are down at shoulder distance apart and you're lifting your head up from the floor with your gaze going down. If this isn't possible, you can do the same exercise, but with your hands level with your forehead and your elbows on the floor. What we're going to do is lift opposite arm and leg at the same time. So I'd like to breathe in to prepare. Make sure you're not craning back with your neck so your gaze is still going down. Breathe in. As we do that, float opposite arm, opposite leg off. Lower down with control. Use those two muscles to support your spine. Let's go again. Breathing out to float. Into lower. Great stuff. Going again. So you're really going to have to use those toe muscles to support your spine. Keep your shoulders melting down. It's so tempting to bring them up around your ears. And keep your jaw relaxed. I'm going to go 2 more times on each side. I can really feel this working down the sides of my body now as well. Make sure you're not bending at the knee. The movement is purely from your hip. Good. And now we're going to go into double time. So just a nice little challenge. Try to breathe normally. So we're going to lift, 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 lift. Keeping those spinal extensors really switched on and the glutes as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lengthen down and relax here. Well done. Okay, so going into our final exercise, which is going to be our Cobra, just to open out the front of our chest. I'd like you to take your feet so that they are mat distance apart, toes pointing out, heels are in. Forehead is down and your hands are level with your forehead. Maybe slightly wider than the mat, depending on your shoulders. So just find a position that's comfortable for you. Your elbows are down, lots of space between your fingers. You're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, we're going to press our nose away. Lifting up one bone at a time, extending your arms, shoulders melting down. Find that lovely extension through your spine. Pausing here and lengthen back down one bone at a time with control. Tucking your nose back under. Super, let's go again. Breathing out, send your nose away, lifting up one bone at a time, extending through your arms, shoulders melting down your spine. Pausing here, lengthen down with control. Brilliant. We're going to go again 4 more times. A really nice support here at the top. If you want to, you can turn your head from right through to left. Come back down. Make sure you're not jamming into your lumbar spine straight away. So it's a sequential movement. So you're lifting your head, neck, top of spine, mid-back. Extending your arms to go into your lumbar spine here. Toe muscles still coming in. So you're bringing those muscles in to support your spine. And our final couple here. Trying to make this nice and smooth. Keeping that core muscle working. Shoulders melting down. Legs are extended behind you and are still active, so they're not just lying there. You've got energy going through them, so you're letting energy go all the way through to your toes, opening out the front of your chest here, pausing here, lengthen back down, one bone at a time. Try not to rush as you come down onto the floor. Then press onto your hands and send your bottom back over your heels to come into that lovely stretch here. So rest position here. Breathing in, trying to fill your lumbar spine with as much air as you can, and breathing out to relax. Super. Pressing yourself up through to a seated position and coming into our 2 final breaths. So we're going to take our arms out to the sides, breathing in. As we breathe out, float our arms all the way up to the ceiling. Lovely stretch here. Press the air away. We've got one more like this. Reaching all the way up, reaching through your fingers. Press the air away. And give yourself a clap. Well done. Thanks for joining me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for our next 10-minute session. Have a great rest of the day and take care. Bye-bye.